1, 2, 3, 4.
We saw him for the first time in years. He'd invited us over
Hi,
to
Tiana.
hang out and have a couple
Hi, Adam.
of beers. His wife leaned
Hi, Trish.
over and said, "Can I get you anything at all, my
Hi, Hugh.
dear?" He said, "No, if you
Hi,
don't
Adam.
mind, I'd just like you to disappear." And she said, "It's okay to be mean to the evil people who make life unbelievable, but try to be nice to me, oh baby, be nice to me. We all watched him as he tore his napkin apart. Then he threw his hands up and let the pieces scatter on the carpet. He said, "Mortality is an issue with me. It's good for my arms because I am very interested in the makings of a broken heart. And it's okay to be mean to the evil people who make life unbelievable, but try be nice to me, oh baby, be nice to me, down on my knees. We all try to get through the day with just a little piece of happiness, and we all try to frame our face in a background of success, but we all find ourselves at the end of the day racing to undress, and the people we kick around inevitably are the ones that we love best. And it's okay to be mean to the evil people who make life unbelievable, but try to be nice, oh be nice, oh baby, try to be nice to me.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. I have a question for my bandmates.
Oh, yeah, what?
Do you feel that you're nicer now than you were when we sang that song?
Totally much nicer. Yes.
Yes, maybe. Yes, I'm generally a nicer and better person, but I might be grouchier now.
Well, I also feel like the woman who wrote that song in 1993 or 4, whenever it was, I wrote it, just didn't know how tough the world could be. So it seemed kind of easy to say, be nice to me, be nice to me. Isn't it weird that the people we love the most are the ones that hurt us the most? Now that doesn't seem weird to me.
I just remember being told when I was a child that you get nicer as you get older.
Who told you that?
I don't know, some teacher. It's maybe my second grade teacher. The
That's a
idea is that,
hopeful,
like,
nice thing.
As you age, you get more patience and more understanding and more kindness. And I was like, yeah, but I have two grandmothers, and one of them gets grouchy at me, and the other one never gets grouchy at me, and it's the younger one that never gets grouchy. So I was like not totally sure that the teacher was right.
You know,
My first questioning of authority.
That's so cool. That is so cool. All right, so in case you're curious, this is what we're doing tonight. We are singing every single song from this record, our first record, Bob on the Ceiling.
See if I can make it go.
Make it bigger. Oh, yeah.
Nope,
No,
I cannot.
no.
Ooh, there.
There, sort of.
Ta-da!
So
Bob on the Ceiling.
back in the olden days, we made albums. And an album was a record of where you were at that time in your writing, performing, music making, fashion career. And I still love a record so much. And while I totally love our themed songs, I had such a huge urge to sing every single song from Love in China today after 9/11 because that's what we were doing when 9/11 happened in 2001. We were making Love in China. And, you know, the confluence of events this weekend really brought me back to that time. And I just thought, I want to sort of bring to our audience here that whole period. But then wiser heads prevailed, and we thought, why don't we kind of start at the beginning? So it's not like we're going to just do albums from now on, but we're going to throw these in now and then. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to practice first, but it'll happen.
Well, and some of the records have so many songs that it would take too long. You wouldn't be interested for that long, I think. So we will.
This is our shortest record.
This is our shortest. No, it's not. The next one's even shorter, and that one we could do with no practice.
Oh, that's true.
But this is Bob on the Ceiling. So I met Dave in college. And I, we did not date in college, but we were allies. And
when one day my mother saw you and was like, how about her?
Wait, what about me? Katrina called me and said, so there's this guy named Guitar Dave. And I said, why don't you go out with him?
It took us a while. But when I graduated from college, Dave was in a band that was playing in clubs in New York City, and so were we, and we'd talk on the phone for hours and hours about being, you know, the kind of band that pounds the pavement in order to get a gig. And finally, I invited Dave over to Nerissa's birthday party to play bass, and he had played like maybe a line of bass, and both Nerissa and David were like, can you play every show with us from now on? There really was nothing like it. And then we found out that Dave was interested in producing. And so we decided to make our first record as a quartet with Dave in his apartment in Brooklyn. And we recorded basically in this sort of closet-y place. And he mixed us in his bedroom.
Well, I recorded you in her bedroom.
Yeah, I remember recording in the bedroom.
I just meant
he was in a closet.
No.
No?
My machinery was in the bedroom, and there was a little, like, mini bedroom adjacent to my bedroom.
You could not have fit a bed in that room.
Well,
That room. It was like
we used
closet.
it for our second telephone line. Our business telephone line was in that room.
All right.
It's amazing. All right. Luckily, your roommate was very kind and allowed us to make this record.
He even sang on this record.
He did.
All right.
So here is the second song. We're just going to do the record in order. We're leaving one song out, and we've replaced it with something that almost made it onto the record but didn't. So here is Bob on the Ceiling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If this were a movie I was writing, I would side with you. If this were a novel I was writing, I'd take your point of view. If this were a movie, I'd be you. I treat you badly. Oh, I could be so mean. I dream the worst dreams that you have ever seen. Oh, whenever to see what I've done, I long to be made clean. Oh, if this were a movie, you'd be me. You'd be me. You'd be I am the bad guy. You're always good. You always do exactly what you think you should. Oh, and though I am the villain, and that I'll always be. Although if this were a movie, you'd be me. Oh, if this were a movie, I'd be you. I'd be I'd be
I'm worried about the distance of this mic from your. It said the where did you go distance. Is that better? All right. This is the song that Dave's roommate sang on.
One of the two.
Oh, did he sing on another one?
Merry Christmas, Mr. Jones.
Yep.
I forgot that.
Malin Klein Stewart. The third. I don't think he's the third.
All right. So, what do I say?
You say ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I met James at the end of a bridge, casting his net into the water. He said, I'm looking to find my real true love, and I will not leave this deck until I find her. But James left the deck then to see what he could see, figuring that true love would be a no-show. Now he rides his motorbike out in the snow. James, isn't it a shame? Someone so crazy could go so Washington Zoo. He says I like the invertebrates best. He says they remind me of my friends from high school, yeah. They're all so spineless. James, 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 James. Isn't it a shame? So crazy, could go so insane. Everybody, everywhere loves. I saw James at the end of the day, hanging his head while he was laughing. He said, I am the master of giving it all away, and now there's nothing left to keep me from crashing. Nothing left for me to take home. Nothing left for me to take home. Nothing left of me for my own. Nothing left of me for my own. All I've ever wanted was to be alone. Isn't it a shame that someone so crazy could go so insane? Everybody loves James, 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 James. Isn't it a shame? So crazy could go so insane. Everybody everywhere loves James. Everybody everywhere loves James. Everybody everywhere loves my James. Everybody loves James.
What? Wait.
Oh my God,
Zoo
Tony!
folk? Like the Beardsley Zoo? Where we had a toddler mosh pit?
That was such a great gig. The one in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Is that
Oh my
who that was?
gosh.
Tony Corso. That's cool.
Thank you for being here, you guys. I mean, we made this record like 25 years ago. And I have to say,
Yes,
it was
so cool.
it was during the making of this record that I fell in love with Dave. But it took me a while longer to tell him so.
Well, not that much longer. It was like
It seemed like a really long
2
time.
months, I think.
Really? Just 2?
No. what
6?
the hell?
I think
Well,
might have
it
been
was
6
late
months.
June, after our southern tour.
Right.
That was
I'm pretty sure I was already there when we were making the record.
Well, I was like, it was so amazing to have Dave on the other side of my cans. Telling me.
They don't all know what cans are. It's good
These,
that
I
you
was
held
holding
your
them.
ears.
My
These
headphones.
are called cans.
And Dave's was like, that was really good. You should try. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, that was really good. So nice. All right. Seasonal Catholic family drama, part 1. This. What did she say?
That's what she said.
All right, say that again.
Seasonal Catholic family drama, part 1.
This is taken from the page of a teenage girl's diary, and it is dated Ash Wednesday.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Daddy's on the back porch playing with the blowtorch, standing by the front door. Avon ladies for the poor. Meanwhile, Mama smiles, get your lover down the aisle before he's gone. Lisa says, don't cry, I'll bring you flowers when you die. I'll go to school in only black or maybe in a gunny sack. I'll get your friends to stand around and dance upon buried ground on our front lawn. But don't you worry, I'm sure she's sorry and doesn't mean that stuff about the aisle. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall.
smoking is a must. Ashes, no. The test came back on Tuesday last, just before our pseudo fest. Lisa says it's heaven sent, you can't give ice cream up for Lent. Mama said I wouldn't last 40 days, but maybe 2. So I spent the day avoiding mother, reading Dr. Joyce's brothers, reading Where the Wild Things Are and some of Platt's spell Joe, reading Daddy's tax forms to see if they would be born on Christmas Day.
And I'm not weeping, I think I'm keeping a baby who will soon be half my age. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of cozy ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Quitting smoking is a mush. Ashes, ashes, just the dust. Try to turn a new leaf, giving up pork and beef. Lisa says she'll buy me bras, or maybe I should join a spar.
We'll take the Mars.
It's funny how you never know exactly when you're rusty. Exactly when to take the load or head up on your own. Exactly which day will be. Maybe Ash Wednesday or
Mardi Gras. So I will change, 'cause I have changed.
It's time to put these combat boots away.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of cozy ashes, ashes, we all fall down. We all fall down. We all fall down. All fall down.
Hi, Stacey Ann Smith. When I was in high school, I saw you all play these songs. Roaring Brook Nature Center. Oh my gosh. Hi, Carrie. Oh my God.
Carrie.
Oh. Yes, the Roaring Brook Nature Center. Yes, the whole Hartford area, Greater Connecticut music scene, Greater Hartford, I guess, Connecticut music scene was very, very nurturing to us as we started. Hi, Sybil. And Katrina and I, and I'm sure Dave, but we weren't all living together at this point. He was in New York, we were in Connecticut. We listened to so much current popular music, and it was kind of the first time in my life that I really loved what was on the radio. I listened to alternative rock stations, and I was just constantly happy listening to the radio. And we all, I'm sure, I read Rolling Stone and Musician and publications like that. This was before the internet, really, so I would get them in the mail. And I remember like being obsessed with Kim Beale from the Breeders. And I remember this article about how she took shoe polish, black shoe polish, and brushed it on her part to hide the gray coming through. And I thought, that is so badass. I wish I had gray hair so I could do that. I wish I had black hair so I could do that. I just thought that was the coolest, most punk rock thing. And we watched a lot of late night TV, and we were huge fans of this record by Sinead O'Connor, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. Hi, Stan. And but Katrina, you were covering this. You covered this first. You covered this with Mary McCormick in
when I was in college.
Yeah.
Wow, there was just so much great music that came out then. Suzanne Vega and Michelle Schacht and
Tracy
10,000 Maniacs
Chapman.
and Tracy Chapman and the Indigo Girls and Sinead O'Connor and Mary Chapin Carpenter and
Jane
Sweet
Sibbery,
Honey in the Rock. I did not know Jane Sibbery yet. I didn't.
Spin Doctors.
Katie Lang.
Spin Doctors was after college. I don't remember hearing them in college. Am I wrong?
We're just throwing out the names of bands
Anyway.
that we liked at the time.
Yes, I had a gig in what they called the underground, and I played guitar. That was scary. My legs shook the whole time, like I was doing a sewing machine or something. And I sang harmonies with my friend Mary McCormick, and this song was one of the songs that we worked up and covered.
So then I took Mary's place and the guitar.
Thank goodness. But I do think this album was really it's one of my favorite albums of all time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Margaret Thatcher on TV, shocked by the deaths that took place in Beijing. Seems strange that she should be offended. The same orders are given by her. I said this before now, said I was childish and you say it now. Remember what I told you. If they hated me, they will hate you. England's not the mythical land of Madame George and roses. It's the home of police who kill black boys on mopeds. And I love my boy, and that's why I'm leaving. I don't want him to be aware that there's any such thing as grieving. Young mother down at Smithfield, 5 a.m. looking for food for her kids. In her arms she holds 3 cold babies, and the first word that they learned was please. Oh, these are dangerous days. To say what you feel is to make your own grave. Remember what I told you. If you were of the world, they would love you. England's not the mythical land of Madame George and roses. It's the home of police who kill black boys on mopeds. And I love my boy, and that's why I'm leaving. I don't want him to be aware that there's any such thing as grieving.
This record, we put that song in between your 2 songs about the teenage girl becoming a mother, but we didn't have any idea what it really meant to be a mother when we sang these songs. And that song feels really different now.
I had the same feeling.
I'm so sorry it's still so relevant. This is our seasonal Catholic family drama part 2, and it's taken from a Christmas card to a favorite high school history teacher.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Jones. I was in your ancient history class last spring. I was the straight A student who never tried, and I argued with the boys until they cried. I was always a little weird. I dressed in black and I weighed more than a young girl should. Still, I'd like to thank you for being there when I always felt so misunderstood. You know, Mr. Jones, I got knocked up over vacation. Yeah, it sort of labeled me as strange, and here I find myself this Christmas Eve with a babe in a hospital manger. Oh yeah. In eggshells this day, oh, must be this postpartum thing, but I feel nothing at all for that babe in the manger. I'm just thinking of my friends and how they'll deal with me and this new stranger. And I was thinking of you and how you told us that Mary kept her thoughts in her heart, and how Joseph was angry at first, and how he tried to get away. But you know, Mr. Jones, there's no angel for me, and there is no one to carry my load. There is no one by my side now to guide me down the road. Oh no. Gloria, Gloria, in eggshells is they are. Merry Christmas, Mr. Jones.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Jones.
I've been watching the hospital TV all night long, and my parents are coming to pick us up before too long. So I will try to wrap this up. There's redemption when you confess your sins to someone in these 2,000 years of quality time. Well, that much I can believe in. 'Cause you know, Mr. Jones, I don't feel angry anymore, and I'm not trying to be deceptive. It's a Christmas present of a different kind, and it's one that I accept. Amen. In eggshells is Deo.
So this next song, Dave and I did at the very beginning of the pandemic, before we were potted with Narissa. We did an evening of songs, Nield songs that mentioned people by their first name.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you guys were expecting like Greta, Georgia O, Alfred Hitchcock, James. And instead we did really weird things because we were trying to mix it up. I think because we had already done some of those and we didn't want to repeat anything.
Okay.
So we did all the rest. Like we did Anna Kick a Hole in the Sky and Delilah and Carrie.
Oh, yeah, that was so fun. Yeah.
About Carrie. And maybe giving them back to Susan.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we did this song, Memory Leaves Town. And I love this song. On the record, it features amazing drumming by Josh Matthews, who went on to become the music director of Blue Man Group in Europe or something, right? Do I have that right?
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was an amazing musician, and it was quite an honor to get to hear what he and Dave made this magic on the record, and it was really, really cool and exciting when we first heard it. So yeah, here's a little story about a guy named Memory.
Memory leaves town, I'm going with him. I don't care who knows, I'm going with him. I'd follow him for miles to see what happens. I'll see where he lives, I'll see where he's been. His mother will be there, and she will take me in. We'll sit at the table and talk about how impossible he is. Why do I follow? Considering the times he has forgotten, he's seen me at my best and looked right through me. He'll invite me to his house and leave me waiting. His mother will throw the door open and tear her apron off. She'll raise her hands to the sky and tell God how impossible he is. Memory leaves town, leaving memories. Memory leaves town, leaving memories. Oh.
Okay. So the next song is our departure from this record. This is a song that was on other Niels records. 2 other Niels records, I believe.
Yeah, we were actually trying hard not to re-record songs that we had already done before, and I think the only song that made it from the before times was Ash Wednesday, maybe Columbus.
No, in Columbus.
Yeah,
they
Ash
were
Wednesday
both
and
on
Columbus, on
live from live.
the Iron Horse Music Hall.
Yes. But this is the song that I wrote before the Niels, actually. I wrote this song right after I graduated from college. I missed college so much. I was depressed for a year after I graduated. I just wanted to go back and be with my friends. So this is a post-college song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's been so long since you called my room, pretending to be someone else. I have not seen your face from across my plate, nor have I read your poems in the dark by the light of a camera. But what are we for if not for this? What are we going to do? You'd buy me the sky if it weren't quite so high, and you know I would have done the same for you. I watch your face from across my space. Everything you do is mine. I give you time, you give me your eyes. I pretend not to realize what you mean and what you think I mean. But what are we for if not for this? What are we going to be? I'd buy you the sky if it weren't quite so high. I know you would have done the same for me. What are we going to do? You'd buy me the sky if it weren't quite so high, and I know I would have done the same for you. You leave me now with your head held high, pretending to be someone else. I watch you go, knowing it's the end. There will not be time again for me to draw you in. What are we for if not for this? What are we going to do? You'd buy me the sky if it weren't quite so high, and you know I would have done the same for you. Oh, you'd buy me the sky if it weren't quite so high. You know I would have done the same for you.
Is that so old that most of you have never even heard that song?
They probably have not.
Probably have not. Now, this is a song that I feel like we probably have not played in 25 years.
We never
27
played
years,
this.
28 years?
And I have to say, it is without question the saddest song I've ever written. And that's partly why I can't bear to play it. One, two, three, four. You made it through your 30s. You made it just in time. No one could change your mind. There were a lot of people years ago. You were the one who was always surrounded, the one who could never be grounded. Who can live forever? Everyone you imagined would stay has gone away. So is it really a surprise to find this house you built is bigger than you need? He called you up out of the blue. He said he'd seen your picture somewhere, and how pretty you looked standing there. But he would only get in the way and make the room seem smaller and the ceiling seemed taller. But who can live forever? And everyone you imagined would stay has gone away. So is it really a surprise to find this house you built is bigger than you need? So come right out and say it. Say it loud and say it clear. After all, there's no one to hear. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh my God, that's so,
It's so sad.
It's so sad. And when you asked at the beginning of the concert, are you nicer now than you were then? Yes, because I would never write that song now.
But also, I think that there's something about being 23 and thinking,
Oh my gosh.
like,
I was so unimaginative when it had to do with like thinking of older people. I would learn.
I just remember when I thought 15 was so old.
Oh yeah.
So
well, I remember
amazingly, fantastically, beautifully older than me.
I remember a 14-year-old babysitter had math homework books, and I would look at them and go, I could never be 14 because I could never do math. And my mom said, oh, but by the time you're 14, you'll know how to do that math. But guess what? She was wrong.
Oh, you guys, thank you so much for coming to our show tonight. It was fun going through this little memory lane and focusing on one record. And like Narissa says, we'll do it again for some other records. Next year, we'll have another themed show, I imagine. And yeah, so thank you, Narissa and Dave, for being in my band for all these years.
Of course.
Super fun. Also, I think that one of the reasons you were so sad the year after you graduated from college was that I was on the other side of the world. And you could not talk to me.
You were in Nepal, and this was before the internet, before cell phones. I got like a couple of airmail letters from you and one postcard that said, send me one Diet Coke, send me one Diet Coke, send me one Diet Coke, in a circle around the postcard. And that was an impossibility, to send you one Diet Coke. Like, yes. I remember that. I really thought about that. It wasn't possible.
Yeah, it wouldn't have gotten to me in time.
Also, you wanted it refrigerated.
Sure I did. Oh, dear. Anyway, thank you for being here, you guys. We didn't do a lobby song tonight because
there were no lobbies when this record was made.
That's it.
It was pre-lobby. It was a pre-lobby
There was no
era.
lobby in
but
my
we
building.
should do
That's true.
we should do a lobby song for next week. So tell them their choices.
Okay.
Anything on Bob on the Ceiling?
Anything on Bob on the Ceiling,
Except
or
for-
I would have done the same for you.
Yes. Except for Boys Will Be Boys, because we won't do that.
No, we won't do that.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Watch it come out of nowhere, your 3 ships and your hunch. You take my hand and kiss it, then you ask me out for lunch. You say I'd be alright with just a little pain. Now everyone around me ends up going insane. And you start by saying, don't let my bunch get you down. Just like Christopher Columbus, you don't know what you found. Just like Christopher Columbus, you don't know what you found. No, it may not be that bad. It's part and parcel of this brave new game. The more you try to find yourself, the more you are the same. So please don't leave me out in the cold. Don't let me die alone. Don't let me die old. It may be time to swim for my life, while so many others drown. And did Christopher Columbus get rich from what he found? And did Christopher Columbus get rich from what he found? found. I'll be like Christopher Columbus. 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 I'll be like Christopher Columbus, who lost what he found. Bye, everybody.
Bye.